wearing T-shirts that said that.
Philadelphia?
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
What was dirty about it? What do you think was dirty?
Well, you know, the streets, the people.
Yeah, well, that's true.
I mean, Carl, we stayed in an Airbnb where outside of it there was a wall that had shards of broken glass built into the top for protection.
Yeah.
And that was in the front. In the back, it looked like the alley that Batman's parents were shot in.
Yeah, I know. That wasn't great. Also, when we first got there, brand new build, beautiful new Airbnb, 5 floors, really cool. There was a giant cockroach on the stairs when we walked in.
It was drinking a fucking course.
That's the first thing I saw was a giant cockroach.
Man, it was pretty brutal because like the backyard, if you looked across, there was like all these other buildings, and like every other one had been burned down, and then there was one that was next to it. So you're asking me what I thought was the dirty thing in this city?
Yeah.
Take your pick.
Everything.
Filthy.
All right. Let's get the show started, shall we?
I guess. Hola, creepos. Welcome to another edition of your favorite true crime podcast, the show about creeps, by creeps, for you creeps. I'm your host. My name is Vinny, and joining me, as always, in his studio, Hot Carla.
What is happening, Vinny Paulino? How you doing, buddy? Thanks for not killing yourself.
Too much out of the gate.
Dude, I am still recovering from this weekend. So Dick went on and did the Dick show last night.
Really?
11 o'clock our time. He went on and did 2 hours, and I don't know how the fuck he did that.
How was it? Good episode?
Yeah, it's great. I don't know. You know who was on there was Lorenzo Areola. He had the Funky Eskimo on, telling tales about sucking on his cousin's toes and stuff. But that's a whole other thing. That's a whole other thing for another time, Vinny.
I want to
talk
time
about
for that.
I want to talk about Philadelphia. I want to talk about our big weekend, our big live show in Philly, and how I'm still recovering from it because I'm getting old. I'm an old man now.
Carl, you drank a lot.
I did.
And I got to tell you something. I've been around you for years.
Yeah.
And I've seen you drink.
Uh-huh.
Like every time I've seen you, you're drinking.
Yeah, sure.
So the other night, Saturday night after the show,
Uh-huh.
and I was talking to you, and you were just way more glassy-eyed than I've ever seen you.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, Carl, do you understand what I'm saying? You're like, Vinny, I'm fucking hammered. And you've never
That's
said
not true.
You said I'm
this did not
drunk.
happen.
However you said it was, I have never seen you that drunk.
Interesting.
Before it was Saturday night. I had never seen you that drunk.
Interesting.
It was awful.
Were you upset for me?
Yeah.
Were you scared?
Yeah. And I don't even want to talk about Philadelphia. I want to talk about what just happened before the show started.
Jesus. So we're at my house in my studio today, which normally we're at the comedy club in Vinny's studio. But he got a new computer. He's got a new setup and stuff. So I got all my stuff set up here. Vinny came over, parked in the driveway. That was a mistake.
Yeah. Want to tell people what happened?
You go ahead, Vinny. It's your story to tell, buddy. It's your story to tell on this.
All right. So listen, I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Here we go.
Jenny Jingles, the lovely Jenny Jingles, came down here and informed me that she backed into my car.
Yep.
And now we're live.
So Vinny has not gone out to look at the damage yet because he's like, you know what?
What are the odds that my car is out? She says it's a dead.
There's probably will be a tire missing, would be my guess. You're going to come out there. It's just going to be one tire ripped off of the thing.
2 doors missing.
I will say this about Jenny Jingles. I don't ride with her. I don't let her drive me around. But she does drive very slowly. She's not someone who's like going in reverse real fast and smashing into stuff. But she also is probably slow to hit the brakes too. So probably like one of those like as it's going into your door. Whatever. Guys, it's Super Chat Monday. I want to remind everyone.
Yeah, great. Super Chat Monday.
One of my favorite holidays.
Help
the whole
Jenny
year.
pay the deductible. Give us your Super Chats.
Yes, correct. We really could use that for our insurance premiums that are going up.
Can I also tell everybody about what we're going to do at the end of today's special episode, Carl?
What are we going to do at the end of the special episode today?
We are going to talk about my consequence that I completed.
Yes. I'm excited about that because I don't know anything about it. I'll just say this real quick. So we did the show in Philly Saturday night. It was fantastic. We had a great time. I fucking, for some reason, was tasked with running the show, and I didn't fuck it up. That was one of the things Dick was talking about. It's pretty funny.
He did say that you were going to ruin everything.
Well, no, on his show, when he came back, he was talking to Sean about the live show, and they were making fun of me for being too professional. He's like, Karl's got TV monitors and screens and buttons everywhere. And he's like, I was getting distracted just watching him as he's running the show over there. And I guess that's going to be the knock on me, that I'm too
prepared.
I'm too prepared to do the show.
Well, I know nobody's ever going to accuse you of over promoting. So maybe they could, accuse you of being overly prepared.
I see what your problem is.
You know what? I do want to say something as to Creep Off Nation. Karl did rock a Creep Off shirt for the live show. So bravo, Karl.
Thank you. And also,
yay, super chats.
Thank you to Kinky Loco for $2 for Vinny's Dent Removal Fund. It's going to take more than 2, but I appreciate the start. Yeah. We got to get started somewhere. Thank you.
I mean, can we get a removal for like the hail damage that looks like the marks that are all over my body? Can we get those fixed?
Dude, why? What happened to you?
Oh, no, I was just making a joke about cellulite. That didn't go well.
I get it now. Because there was a torrential downpour on Saturday night in Philly, so I wasn't sure if maybe you got hit with something.
Yeah. Right now I'm hit with the whole case of what the fuck is happening. Okay. So Karl,
yes,
I did my consequence. We're going to talk about that.
Yeah. But should we bring Jessica on soon?
I'm going to do that right now. Okay. I was just about to. I want to bring on our results girl to let everyone know the results of last week's show where we talked about the biggest creep in Philadelphia. Bring on our results girl.
The lovely Jessica, who was there at the show with us on Saturday night. Jessica's very tall. I didn't remember that. I met you before, but I forgot how tall you are.
I was sitting in a chair when you met me.
That's true.
Editing for Tony.
That's a good point. That's probably why I didn't realize
they had that chair was actually in a 2-foot hole.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Seriously. Yeah. Is it? This isn't a rude question, I assume. How tall are you, Jessica?
5'9", 5'10".
Okay.
In the middle, 5'9.5".
You must have been wearing heels then, because you were like as tall as me, I think.
Yeah. Well, they were like this big. I get it from my dad. He's 6'6".
Interesting.
Your dad's 6'6".
Yeah. Huh. He played basketball in college and high school. So
now, when you were at the show, did you meet Hannah? I don't think I introduced you to, but did you meet her?
I don't know if I did.
I wonder if there's a rivalry. Is there a what shirt was she wearing? I wonder if there was a rivalry between WATP review girls and Creep Off result girls. That's what I was wondering.
Oh, she was the review girl. She did great.
Yeah, she did do great. Yeah, she came up and read some stuff.
Yeah. I don't believe there should be a rivalry because they're two different positions.
I was just curious though. I thought that might be kind of a fun thing if those two were like.
Do you two want to fight it out with pillows?
Yeah,
just curious.
Right.
I don't know how.
Okay.
All right. I'd lose.
All right. Fair enough.
Good call there.
Fair enough.
I'm weak.
Jess, what did you think of the live show? How did you think it went?
I thought it was great. It was a lot of fun. Everybody there was so nice. People said good job on the Creep Off, and I'm like, thank you. So
nice.
Made me very happy.
I should mention this. The live show is out. So it's on the WATP main feed. And Dick did we had stand up. You did stand up, Vito, Manny, everyone did it was like 25 minutes. And then Dick came out and did his Dick show thing. We had a PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah, it was
made fun of me a lot. So he did that. And then so an hour into the show is when we started Who Are These Podcasts? And that's where I started the actual episode that we put out.
Yeah, your version of Uncle Rico, I remember.
In that episode, we did a crossover. Vinny had an idea while we were at the Airbnb to do a Creep Off Biggest Problem crossover. We had the biggest creep in the universe with Nick Ricada and the whole gang.
Big old Vito.
Problem. Yep.
And Dick Masterson.
So that's in the episode. If you want to check it out, the WATP feed.
Yeah,
that's in there.
Absolutely. Check it out. It's going to be, it was fun. It was a lot of fun. That was my appearance on the show.
Jessica, who were you most excited to meet for the first time in person? Obviously not me. We've met before, but.
I mean, Vinny was one of them. He was like, he just came over, was like, what's up? City of Brotherly Love shirt or jacket.
Yep. Vinny was rocking his Philly stuff.
Yeah, you should see how dirty that jacket is now. It was white, and now it's like a Padres tan.
That's probably got from Philly, yeah. They call it the city of brotherly love. Have you seen people in Philly? No.
Can I tell you, Jessica? And I'm not even making this up. I'm not exaggerating to be funny or anything like that. Every fucking stranger, without me asking, told me where to get a good cheesesteak. Every single fucking one. The guy who dropped off our posters, our next door neighbors at the Airbnb. Like, I'm just standing around. I don't even care about your shitty cheesesteak with cheese was on them.
You know, I picked up on this and I absolutely tortured my friend John yesterday in Ubers.
Yeah.
Because he was taking me around and he lives down there.
Yeah.
And I would say to the Uber driver the same thing every time we got to do an Uber. I would go, hey, this is my friend John. He lives down here. I'm a tourist. And he says the best place to get a cheesesteak is Pat's. And I started like that.
Yep.
And I watched my friend go, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. And then the driver would be like, he said Pat's? This guy said Pat's. He's out of his mind. You think Pat's? And I just sit there and smile and giggle.
What the fuck is wrong with you people? Like,
so
we have
Karl,
the garbage plate here in Rochester. If anyone asks me where to get a garbage plate, I'm like, don't get a garbage plate.
So Karl, I happened to meet your parents, who were very lovely. They are very sweet.
Yeah.
The first thing I
Lovely's
asked
the
them was
word.
like, "Hey, did you guys get a cheesesteak while you were down here?"
Oh, see, that's
And then
you are
I
from Philly.
suggested Jim Steaks. That's a great place to go.
I did hear that suggestion. I got Jim's, I got Gino's, we got Angelo's.
I heard that
Yeah,
Jim's burnt down.
Yeah, I think it did. That's what I don't know what happened. I haven't been there in a while.
I'm guessing.
That's the Jim's Steaks. You get to
They
get a
overcooked them.
cheesesteak and then walk down the street where you might see some bullet holes in the window. It's all good.
Okay. Yeah.
Every fucking asshole. We were standing in front of the Airbnb. We were going to go to, I guess, what was it? Gino's or some
Yeah, I
stupid
think
shit?
so. Yeah.
We were standing there. We don't know. And some guy comes out of like the neighbors like, you assholes think you're going to Gino's?
Yeah.
What is you stupid or something?
Well, I mean, we are stupid because it was Saturday at noon, and the guy's like, you got to go to the most popular place in town. So we're like, okay. And you and I bailed on it. You, me, and Jenny Jingles. We were
pizza.
in line to order food for 20 minutes just to be told that, no, this is the line to pick up your food. You have to go order over here and then go back in line. So I immediately was just like, I'm out. I don't give a fuck. And then Vinny and me and Jenny Jingle start walking down the street. Vinny sees a slice of pizza pie, and is like, oh, I'm getting that. Like, okay, bye.
Yeah.
So we lost
no
it.
line. Fuck all of you.
So, and then
you know what I did? I walked
cheesesteaks.
back to those guys who were still waiting in line with my pizza and ate it in front of them.
That's kind of funny.
I did that. It's a true story. And then Vito was like, I got to go get some of that. Where did you get that? And then he went and bought like 3 slices.
Of course he did. Well, then Tab bought just a turkey sub. Like, he waited 2 hours for a fucking turkey sub for some reason. He was eating it back at the Airbnb with us. And he's like, this isn't even that great. I'm like, well, what did you think it was going to be? It's a fucking turkey sub. What do you think? It's some kind of special magical turkey that they have here in Philadelphia? No.
No,
Yeah,
they're
it's
called
gotta
hoagies. They're called hoagies here.
It's a submarine sandwich is what it is.
Yeah, well, Philly calls it hoagies.
Well, anyway, just to complete my thought, though,
Yeah,
real quick.
well, Philly needs a fucking bath. Okay, don't tell
They
me.
do. Yeah,
what they
no,
call
I'm
things.
not going to disagree with you there.
God damn. Can we just finish this real quick? It's not even that interesting now. But the point is that Jenny Jingles and I ended up in Little Italy. Beautiful place. She bought a shirt from a street vendor. We were having fun. We went to a Mexican restaurant. We sat at the bar, had some drinks, had some lunch, took a lift back to the Airbnb and beat everyone back by 20 minutes. They all finally get back with their sandwiches. Like, I'm like, holy shit, we ate like an hour ago. What are you guys doing?
I had pizza and there was a Mr. Softy truck.
Oh.
So I showed up with pizza and then they were still in line. I came back with ice cream.
Of course you did.
And now that I'm thinking this through, I really did troll that line.
That's hilarious. So anyway, I guess the point is, whatever place has the best cheesesteaks, it's not fucking worth waiting for on a Saturday afternoon.
Yeah. Go anywhere. Just they have them fucking everywhere. Just go to any of them. It's
As long as you
chopped
get the one
meat.
with the cheese whiz.
All right.
That's
Jessica,
what I was asking. You want some whiz?
I've not looked at our subreddit at all. I don't know what's going on. Are you going to tell us what happened in our last episode? Where the fuck is Tucker Dixon with these recaps? Tucker, come on, buddy. I got to reach out to him. Anyway.
So the results are
Yes.
the creepiest Philadelphian. Vinny wins with 133 to Karl 73.
Oh, please. Trying to make a point.
Boo.
Huge deal is going down right before our very eyes here.
Both your creeps summed up Philadelphia very well.
It's a terrible place. And, you know, there's a pit, that guy's pit I would have rather stayed in that guy's pit than an Airbnb with Vito Gesualdi again.
Oh, Jesus.
That's why I live outside of Philadelphia. It's much better there, surprisingly.
That Airbnb was nice, though. That was a nice place.
Really?
Yeah.
Because the bed frame was made out of fucking cardboard, dickhead.
Oh,
and they made us leave at 9 a.m. on a Sunday morning.
That sucks.
What a great Airbnb.
Well, I had to leave anyway because I had to catch my flight. And plus, we got the big bed.
Yeah, this is...
We got the nice bed, so I was fine.
Yeah,
all
right. All right. So what were people saying about the episode, Jess?
Yeah, no, so it's tied 4-4 now. Is that what I'm to believe?
4-4.
Oh, well, was it Brink Bandicoot sums it up? Hamsters' lives matter.
Hamsters' lives
Hamsters'
matter.
lives matter. What else do we
That
got
would put it
here?
over the top for everybody. Okay, all right.
I look as a hamster
wasn't him
owner in the
branding his
past,
daughter?
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Let's see. I like this one. Joe Callinger saying, "Let's cleave that dick."
Let's cleave that dick.
There's a lot here. Really enjoying the show.
Let's see that dick.
Why is Carl such a piece of shit all the time?
Great question.
I mean, it's not one that we can answer, but it is a good question.
Oh God, there's so many here. Vinny's creep is just poor mentally ill Dillard who gang raped a kid for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
here's one. Vinny was too long-winded with this one. Way too many
Long.
details. Carl
Agreed.
got in and got out.
That's what I do.
Didn't just press play and let someone else do it for a change. Only thing I'll say negative is 1860s. Come on, man. Who knows how much of that is true? I'm still voting for Carl for the win.
It's all true. In 1860s, they had newspapers.
Sure.
It's not like it's ancient history.
You're not wrong, but you're also weren't interesting or as good as mine. So,
All
I
right.
mean,
should we have a rule that it has to happen after electricity to be on the show? Should that be a rule?
I don't know. Some of the real old timey ones are fun, unless otherwise specified. I don't know.
Okay.
I'll think about that. That's actually an interesting proposal.
That's just an idea. I don't know.
All right.
Have we brought Genghis Khan as a creep yet? Have we brought any of these historically creepy people? I don't think so.
No, I don't think we have.
Could you imagine Vinny bringing Genghis Khan? It'd probably be a 5-hour presentation.
It'd be like
Jesus.
Dan Carlin's hardcore history.
We'd be fucking playing 30 hours of clips from that. Yeah, let's not do that.
And now let's look at these artifacts from the Mongol hordes.
Oh, jeez. This one's weird.
what do you got?
Someone, I don't get this. Come on, meow. Let's not let Spinny Vinny win. Take the game serious, meow. You don't show up on Patreon because you've been flagged as adult content, if my understanding is correct. I'm just confused why they use meow instead of now.
Well, they wanted to get you to say meow, I think. Because now that you're reading these, people are writing shit just to get you to say stuff.
Be Tom.
And even if they aren't, they will
you.
now.
And a new game has been born.
Yes,
No.
it has. Dayla with $2 to soothe Zumak Burns. Yeah.
Oh, did Chadster take you to the broom closet this
I
weekend?
don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. Chad has been he's in obscurity now. He is off MLC, the only thing that anyone watched him on. So that's going to be the end of him, unfortunately. Oh well.
It's like being banished to the negative zone.
Yes.
Right now, he's like General Zod in the original Star Wars, just in a flat triangle, plummeting through space, talking to
Star Trek.
himself.
Yes, Star Trek.
No, that was Superman 2.
Oh, I thought you said Star Wars.
Did I say Superman 2?
He said
All right,
Star
Superman.
Wars.
Oh, well,
Superman.
forgive
We're both
me,
wrong.
everybody.
We're both idiots.
I'm in a
Did
lot
I
of...
mention I'm still recovering from this weekend? Have I mentioned that yet? Holy hell.
I'm still in shock. So, Jess, any other comments from those folks? Our fine Redditors?
Just someone talking about Sarah Palin, and I think that I'm good. Oh, geez, I'm good.
Okay.
All
They
right,
like
Jess.
added a video clip to it. I'm like, I'm not.
Yeah,
I don't
we're
know.
not playing
I
the
don't
video
know.
clips.
We're not paying Jessica enough to watch your video clips, people. Just get in and get out with your comments.
Yeah.
No.
But I'm very interested to see what you guys can make Jessica say. I am
Yeah.
going to be
No.
interested to
That's
see how
fine.
that
Stop it.
goes.
What is she going to say? Meow. All right.
Now I feel better that Carl said it.
Good. All right. It's all good. You've seen Super Troopers, right?
I feel like I
Okay.
have very
I
long
think
ago.
that's what that's from. It's a funny
Okay.
movie.
It is a great movie. All right, Jess, we will see you next week. As always, you can follow Jess where?
Just daydreaming, all one word.
Hey,
right.
Jess, it's you used to work with Tony from Hack the Movies. How'd you think he
Yes.
did on the show?
I thought he did fine. He did
I thought
good.
he was great. I thought
Yeah.
he was really. He had a couple of
He really-
really funny lines.
Really pumped up the crowd. I'll say that.
Yeah. He
Yep.
definitely. We were all hoping he would just pass out on stage like he did at Road Rage LA, but he actually did a good job. So
Way to go, Tony.
I
Tony
heard
from Hack
people in the
Movies, good job,
audience like, "You did it!"
buddy. Yeah,
I heard Vito went and stayed at his house.
he stayed with Tony.
Yeah, at Tony's house.
Tony forgot his shirts.
Oh right,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
Well,
all, that's Vito's
that was
story to
Vito's
tell.
fault. Yes.
Mint.
And by the way, I will say this: I am annoyed with Vito because we had the whole
Here we
merch
go.
table all set up with all of our stuff that we're selling, and it's all. Jenny Jingles does an amazing job.
Hey
getting
guys, let me
everything
push
organized.
everything over so I
He
can write on
shows
these.
up with Mint, and they just decided to take over the whole table with shitty undershirts that he's drawing KKK symbols on and selling those. And he sold out of them. Everyone's buying their fucking Vito shirt with.
I mean,
Sharpie
did you see what Mint
drawings.
was wearing?
I did.
That was a selling point right there.
It didn't hurt. Good point, Jess. All right, Jess. I'll let you go. I'm glad you had fun. Thank you so much for coming out to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Bye,
that was
Jess.
cool.
Mwah.
Bye.
All right,
Very
Carl.
tall girl, that Jessica.
Jessica I felt bad for her
Did you?
during the show. I felt bad for her.
Why is that? What
Because
happened?
she texted me, she said, "Is there going to be food there?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course."
Okay, here's another thing about this venue. Now, this venue is beautiful. It's a really nice place, and I mean, you'll agree with me.
I was
Vinny.
told, quote, people were shocked when they found out that we were allowed to play there.
Yes, it's way too nice for a Dick show or WATP live show, and for some reason, doors were at 6:30. VIP meet and greet 5:30. GA doors 6:30. Show at 8. So I'm thinking, okay, why are we opening the doors an hour and a half before the show? People are gonna have dinner. They can sit down, order some food. There's no food. There's no menus out anywhere. There's no servers. I'm like, well, what's people supposed to do? They're supposed to drink for an hour and a half? That's not good.
It's not going to be helpful.
That's not going to be
And
good.
you know what else really drove me nuts? But again, very nice place. Some of the nicest tech crew we've ever dealt with. I thought top notch.
The crew
people.
was amazing.
Top notch.
Yeah,
and
Jorgen and James and Josh,
super helpful.
John.
On top of everything.
Not even
But
joking.
they did not open the fucking bar during the VIP meet and greet.
Oh, Dick was talking about that too. That was, oh my God. I'm like, so is the bar gonna be open? The guy's like, and by the way, this guy was great. He was awesome. But he's like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know when he gets out here. I'm like, what do you mean you don't know when he gets here? And then the bartender did show up and didn't open the bar for the entire time during the meet and greet. So he's just back there like busy work guy. It's like, dude, just pour a fucking drink. Everyone's here.
Make some tips.
Right. And it's super awkward because, Dick's yelling, it's the Meet Carl fucking festival or whatever he's yelling.
It's the Meet Carl dinner. Who wants to come to the Meet Carl dinner?
Yeah. So anyway,
I didn't want to go, but contractually obligated.
you're contractually obligated to be at the Meet Carl Fest.
Now,
Vinny.
before we go any further, I'm going to let you guys know what we're going to do today. There is no category. Today, we are going to do an extended Scum stream for you, or an extended Scum parade even for you.
Extended like Vinny's belly. We got a bunch of stories here today.
So many, they could fit around my waist twice. That's all metric shit ton. But I want to say someone gave this to me before the live show at the VIP meet and greet.
Was it drugs?
No, it was an envelope and it said to Vinny and Carl, consequence or studio decoration.
Oh, all right.
So
Interesting.
So the idea is that these gave us 2 stickers that we would have to put on our vehicles if we lose.
No, okay.
Or we would put them in the studio. And
Okay.
this one is an Albert Fish sticker that says, I like children. They are tasty. Albert Fish with his mugshot right there. That's the man who ate a 7-year-old, if you recall.
Yeah.
And then there's this fun one, which is
this one's great. I would put that on.
yeah, I would actually put this one on my car. Welcome to Jonestown, population 0. Phenomenal.
Good stuff.
So we'll decide what we're gonna do with
Thank you
those.
for those. Who was that? Who gave those to you? Do you know?
I gotta remember.
A guy.
I'll give him a short, thin.
There are a lot of guys there who were very generous and nice and gave us stuff and things. I got a T-shirt and drugs and I love doing the live shows.
I got a couple of stickers, and a whole lot of disrespect.
Yes, you did. There was a really funny caption. Someone posted a photo of me and Manny in the green room, and someone wrote, "Wow, Vinny really committed to blackface on this one."
Do you know? I didn't know what to expect from Manny's stand-up.
He was great. He fucking killed it. I now, don't get me wrong. As I'm watching this, I'm ready to sprint out because Manny kept knocking into my monitor.
I was watching you have a panic attack, and then Vito does the same thing.
And then Vito did the same thing. So then you were coming out, and you're probably worried about your stand-up. And I'm like, Vinny, don't fucking knock over my money. You're like, I know.
Karl, I followed Manny, who was, I'm going to put it to you this way. Manny's set
could not be done
by
anywhere else at that
what
show.
You saw that night was a one-off.
That was a one-off. Wow, that was a lot of Edwards for a live show. Wow, but Manny can do it.
What am I going to go tell him he's not allowed?
Yeah, right. Hey, Manny, if you can keep your set to just like, I don't know, 16 or 17 N bombs, that'd be great.
There is this thing that happens whenever you tell someone, hey, you want 5 minutes on a show to try out stand-up, and you give them a shot, you could guarantee you it is not going to be 5 minutes.
That's very true.
It will never be 5 minutes.
That is very
ever.
true. Yes, we got behind schedule very quickly.
I could not believe how good Manny did. And then
great.
Vito comes out, and people are yelling at Vito, and Vito is threatening to fuck their children to death.
Oh, yeah. He shut up the hecklers quick because there was a guy right in the front row who was just kept ruining the punchlines, and Vito put him in his place. That was well done by Vito.
Yeah.
I thought he had a good set.
Yeah.
I thought all three of you guys were good. We were expecting people to suck.
Yeah. It was really fun. I was like, I had no idea what I was going to be following and like what the crowd was to be like, but it was a lot of fun.
Great.
You guys are great.
Yay, super chats.
Escondido.
Daylaw for $2. Vinny, what part of SD did you live? I was in PB.
Escondido.
Escondido is the answer to that question. Great question. Keep them coming. And Pony Power 2 with $10 for Karl's Ewok furry suit. Great live show, guys. Fucking dick.
Well,
I was so pissed off because we're at the bar on Friday night. Show Saturday night. We're at the bar on Friday night. My parents are there. my family's there. My brother, my sister-in-law, my parents. And Dick just zooms right in, sits right down across from my mom, and just immediately with what's some embarrassing stories about Karl growing up that you can tell me? And my mom is like, oh, I don't know. It's just a normal kid. Yeah.
So you were not a normal kid.
Well, no, she didn't say that for sure.
Well, he couldn't do much because he was in the papoose.
But then, I think it was my sister-in-law, could have been my brother. One of them brought up this teddy bear that I had as a child. It was an Ewok. It was a Wicket.
Yeah.
The Ewok from Star Wars.
Yeah.
And wow, did Dick's face light up when he heard that news. I was like, oh boy. And I yelled at my mom after. I was like, what did you do? What were you thinking?
It's so funny that now everybody's making the Ewok jokes about you, but maybe 2 years ago.
What do you mean now everybody's doing
We've
that?
been doing. Do you remember the episode we did where we were talking about, I asked you what your first soda would be, and you said an Ewok?
Oh, yeah.
And we actually created your Ewok persona.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. Your Ewok. Did you forget your Ewok name, sir?
I did.
It was Slurp Slurp. There are photoshops on our Instagram of Slurp Slurp the Ewok right now, folks.
Can you believe this is our job? This is what an insane life I have. All right, Devin McKevin the seventh for $2 for reading Coom. Michael C. $2. Manny at the Laugh Factory. Yes, it was very reminiscent of Kramer's set. That is for sure.
You know what though? People were laughing harder.
Well, yeah, that's true. People are actually enjoying Manny.
A little different.
A lot different. For sure.
So let's do some of these stories and let's watch this video of me reading the goddamn cum book.
Yeah, all right. That's
all right. You ready for some Scum stream, kids?
Yeah. Do you want me to play a drop or something like that?
How about I do this one?
Scum Parade, take me on a raid of these fuck charades that these creeps have made. Scum Parade, Vinny and Karl gonna tell you about some fuck shit. Scum Parade, like stories of a kid fucked by his mom or dad, soaking up the blood of a cat. Scum Parade.
I love how we were just talking Star Wars to lead into this because it's perfect.
Yes.
A former Walt Disney World Hollywood Studios employee in Florida was arrested after a security guard witnessed him recording an upskirt video of an 18-year-old female guest in the Star Wars themed retail store where he worked.
Now, the 18-year-old woman has a fiance. Did you notice that?
No.
It said that her fiance was with her.
Yes.
So who's the creep? So who is the creep in this one, Vinny? That's what I want to know. How old is this guy? What's this guy up to?
I'm taking my fiance to Disney World for her birthday.
She's 18. What are you doing? What year is this? 1952?
Well, Jorge Diaz Vega, 26, might just be the creep here.
Yeah.
He admitted to taking hundreds of videos of skirts and dresses of unsuspecting women in Walt Disney World for over the last 6 years.
Dylan from somewhere says, don't upskirt where you shit. Yeah, I think that's the saying. I think that is the saying. Now, what's annoying about this article is that there's all these photos of Disney World.
Yep.
Like, here's a store at Disney World.
Yep.
Here's Star Wars Land. But none of the photos of the upskirts that this guy took.
Not a one.
No, that's all I was looking for. I mean, that's what I want to see here. But no, okay, whatever.
For a second, I thought there was one, but it turned out it was just a picture of Goofy. Diaz Vega told deputies he had over 500 videos. And this is the thing that I thought was the dumbest quote I've ever heard from someone.
Okay.
He said he recorded them as a, quote, a guilty pleasure for his own sexual gratification since, quote, it's hard to find them online.
Can someone tell this guy about Google? Hard to find upskirt photos online. Are you crazy?
So here's how he got busted. A security guard witnessed him taking the video of an 18-year-old woman who was in the Star Wars themed Doc Ondar's Den of Antiquities with her fiance for Disney World's popular lightsabers. The cast member reported Diaz Vega and security officers later informed the young girl that someone had been caught taking a picture under her dress at the lightsaber shop.
Hey, Vinny, do you know that I've actually been to that shop pretty recently? I was there with Anthony Cumia.
Drop.
So what's up with the security guard being a busybody here and trying to, like, who's hurt in any of this?
Well, my thing is
the guy's going around getting some fun videos and photos and stuff. No one's getting hurt.
Carl, he was doing an upskirt. He wasn't using the force.
That's the problem.
Yeah, like once the force gets involved, then you bust him.
No,
you're not supposed to do this.
It reminds me of the guy who was working the door at World Cafe Live. So there were two guys working the door.
Okay.
One of them took their job very, very seriously and was not letting people in. Hannah, our review girl, bought a ticket, and I put her on the guest list, but she didn't have a VIP ticket, so they wouldn't let her in. I had to go over and talk to him. Like, no, she's with us. It's fine. She can come in. He was being a problem. And the other security guy there, who was, I don't know, in his 70s, goes, oh, yeah, I would fire this guy if I could. He's a problem.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. He's like, I shouldn't be telling you this, but this guy's a problem. He takes his job way too seriously. And I feel like the same thing with a security guard here in Disney.
Well, I mean, I would say this. You don't know how old. I mean, this girl probably looked very, very young, and you probably would assume she was 18 because I'm assuming she was making out with like a 40-year-old dude.
Yeah, right.
Walking around.
Let's think about this.
I'll buy you a lightsaber, honey.
Yep.
Do you want to dress up like Rey? Fucking pervert.
She's pretty hot.
The Kissimmee, Florida resident was booked into the Orange County Jail and charged with third-degree felony video voyeurism for recording the female guests without their knowledge. So this guy sees this happening.
Who's the girl who plays Rey? Is like Daisy something?
Yeah.
Daisy. She's pretty hot,
R,
right?
Daisy R. Yeah, absolutely.
You know what the problem is, though? Is that she's like
scripts and those
cries.
movies?
Yeah, she's just always crying. She's like the worst Jedi ever. She's just always like, pissing out her eyes.
Luke Skywalker's the worst Jedi ever.
What? What do you mean?
What do you think I mean?
He saved the fucking day, dude. I mean,
and if we're counting those movies as canon, he turned into a moody old bitch who moved away and went and lived in a hut.
That's Ryan Johnson's fault.
Ryan Johnson just ruined. Like, so I could call, and also he was whiny in A New Hope. He was a whiny little fucking baby.
No,
I'm a Han Solo guy all day.
Hold on a second. He blew up the Death Star, Vinny. It's a pretty good fucking Jedi right there. It's pretty cool.
Shots.
Well, all right, but
lucky shots.
All right.
Are you? I mean, you really are a Luke guy, huh?
Yes, of course I'm a Luke guy. Everyone likes Luke. No, don't get me wrong. Han Solo also cool.
Han was
Lando.
cool.
Lando was fucking cool too. You know how much pussy Lando was getting?
Space pussy.
Oh my god, all of the space pussy.
He would fuck aliens at his dick would look like a lollipop. It'd be all different colors.
For sure, because he lived in the clouds. Do you know what a turn on that is? You bring a girl home to a cloud city. They're like, holy shit, you live here? Like, oh, I don't just live here. I run this joint. Like,
I'm the director.
wow.
And I have a cape. I would wear silk capes and live in the clouds.
And he's probably doing upskirt photos too, because he ran the place, so he could get away with that.
He had that little tiny guy assistant too, didn't he?
Well, he was tall.
Oh, that's right. He had the tall assistant.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he
Either
do
way,
whatever he wanted.
This is stupid.
Welcome back to Star Wars Talk.
This
with
is
your host, Karl
stupid.
Vinnie.
All right,
moving
South
on.
Carolina.
Yes.
This is a fun one. If when Jenny tells you to leave,
Yes.
are you going to leave? Or are you going to try to like cohabitate? Like if you got divorced, would
Well,
you ever want to cohabitate?
Here's what I'm thinking, Vinny. When Jenny says get out of here, I'll probably leave, but I'll probably be a stalker. Like I'll probably be a problem.
Yeah.
For years to come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah. Who are these jingles? It's gonna start immediately. So I have an uncle, by the way, divorced. He made his ex. She had nowhere else to go. He owned an RV. He like let her live in the RV in the driveway.
Oh, that's weird.
He's like, you can live in the RV. I don't fucking care. You ain't coming to my house.
Oh, that's weird.
Oh yeah.
Huh.
That's a real thing that happened.
You know, because we have a story coming up later about homeless women. How ugly do you have to be a homeless woman? Because you'll always get a guy who'll just be like, yeah, I can just fucking crash my RV.
I mean, meth heads.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Meth.
You have to be really annoying.
Oh, yeah. Good
yeah,
point.
you have to be really annoying. So like meth heads, attractive meth head women end up homeless, but they don't stay attractive for long.
Right. Good point.
Okay. A South Carolina man who shares a home with his ex-wife allegedly cocked his gun Friday night to, quote, ruin the mood after hearing her having sex with her boyfriend in the nearby bedroom.
A lot of chicks are into that. I'm surprised.
So this is a 24-year-old guy named Alan Riggs. In Myrtle Beach, by the way, one of the trashiest places in the country.
Not a great place.
You know, I used to think Myrtle Beach was the worst places I've ever been, and now I've been to Philadelphia. Alan Riggs, 24, started banging on the walls of their Myrtle Beach duplex in an effort to quiet down the couple shortly before 12:30 a.m. Riggs and the woman are ex-spouses. They've been living with each other for approximately 2 years.
Oof. So she's bringing home dudes.
And fucking them loudly.
Yeah. And listen, I don't know why he doesn't just stand outside the door and jerk off like a normal person would. I don't know why he has to get all upset about this. You're looking at me like
I was trying to think of a good. Well, I'm hungover and I'm trying to think of a good cock the gun joke there.
Yeah.
Nothing came.
Yeah,
so
nothing came.
There's a pun. After the couple ignored Riggs' pleas, the frustrated ex allegedly ran to his car to retrieve his firearm and just racked the gun outside the bedroom. He was like, they kept fucking. He's out there. Would you guys shut up?
Yeah.
And they're just being extra gratuitous with their lovemaking. Yeah. So he just goes and gets a shotgun. It's like right outside the door. And if that doesn't slow you down.
Yeah. I mean, you guys probably yelling, dropping fucking loads or whatever. He was yelling. And then he hears that gun and he's like, oh shit.
She's just going, you're so much better than Alan.
Finally a real man. Yeah. Okay, maybe she deserved it.
Oh my God, you actually found my clitoris. This is incredible. Not like my clumsy, nosy, gun-owning ex-husband who lives in the next room.
Yeah, he thinks the G-spot is his gun. It's not.
So she exited the room. She was like, what is going on? He rushes up to her with the gun still in his hand and told her that if she went back up there, she was going to die.
Yeah, threatening to kill someone when you're holding a loaded gun, probably a bad move.
Yeah. Riggs told cops he became upset when he heard his wife having sex, banged on the wall, tried to get them to quit, and he turned to his gun only after that method failed. Yeah. Police confiscated a 9mm pistol from Riggs, and he was booked into the county jail for felony domestic violence charges. Even though he really, I mean, I guess menacing with a gun is...
Yeah, violence is, I don't know. Yeah, it's not really violence, but...
they could charge you with anything. Who knows if it sticks?
True.
$100,000 bond. Now, Carl, in a little bit of a longer story... Actually, I'm sorry, wrong. A Virginia man, let's talk about spurned lovers. Let's keep going there. A Virginia man who was arrested for attempting to break into his ex's home was slapped with an emergency protection order, returned to her house just 2 days later, to get himself a little bit more of the action.
Well, didn't he know there was a protection order? I thought that if we just make laws, it stops crime from happening. I mean, the guy must have known that he wasn't supposed to be there, right?
I must have not been watching CNN that day.
Yeah, I guess not.
Yeah.
See, this is more my speed. I like this guy better. I wouldn't let my ex live with me.
Yeah.
But I definitely go fuck with her a lot. Dude, have you ever
it's so funny.
you ever date a girl who had a crazy ex-boyfriend in your experience?
Yes.
Yeah. What
I
happened?
had a girl that I had broken up with that I used to email with because we were friendly.
Mhm.
And she was dating somebody who was crazy after me.
Oh, okay.
And was like coming back at me.
Because you were still communicating with
Yeah.
her. Okay.
And it was like very like just simple. Hey, how's your family? Everything cool?
Yeah.
Like stuff like that. And it was just like, why are you talking to her? Why? I saw her emails. Why are you emailing with her?
Yeah, why are you looking at her emails? Creep.
Yeah. I was in another state too at the time. It was like, it was weird.
I'll say this, Vinny. Maybe I'm in the minority. I don't want to read any of the communication between my wife and anyone else she communicates with. Like, that whole thing where like looking at people's phones and emails, shit, like that's weird.
Yeah.
That's a weird, insecure thing.
And that's how Dr. Steve's been able to hide in plain sight this whole time.
That's a good point. Yeah, he was cucking me pretty good in Chicago. That's a whole other story. So one of my really good buddies was dating this girl for like 6 years, whose ex, and actually the father of her son, was a Hell's Angel.
Oh,
And this guy wanted to murder my buddy. And when a Hell's Angel wants to murder you, you should be nervous about that. That's a problem. That right there is like, I don't want to date that girl. Oh, your ex is a Hell's Angel? Oh, okay. Well, it was nice talking to you. Bye. Lose my number.
who can you join at that point to even help you? Is there another motorcycle club you can get into?
Good point. Yeah.
Do you have to go like
country club? You're like, oh yeah, you want to fuck with me? Well, we're gonna do 9 holes this afternoon, so come and find me.
Fuck, I joined Sam's Club. It's gonna be nothing for me. This story, this guy is a bit of a problem. Let's jump back in this. He shows up at the house. He allegedly demanded that she come outside. So, quote, this is what they wrote in the article. He demanded that she could come outside so he could assault her. When she refused, he tried to break down the door with his fists. But cops arrived before he could find a way in. Now, Karl lived in a home off Aaron Drive before him and his ex had an argument the day before the break-in. He left the night only and to return with a vengeance the next day. Now, he also brought with him a sledgehammer.
Yes.
So he somehow, I don't know if he brought it with him or if he found it somewhere over there because it was his old house. He may have known where it was.
He might have known where it was. Yeah.
Yeah. He had a pretty good inkling.
Yeah.
So this woman, he was bound and determined to assault her, but the police showed up. When they showed up, he was trying to break the door down with the sledgehammer. When that failed, he got inside through the home through a window.
Yes.
This is like the shitty ex-Terminator, this guy.
I would have started with the window, to be honest with you, rather than smash the door down. You know, it's like, oh, this is way easier. But whatever, he got in.
Once he got inside, he locked all the doors so his ex couldn't get out.
All right, this woman's a fucking idiot. She's a fucking idiot. How does he lock the doors from inside? You can't get out that way. The door's like, shit, it is? You can't. That's not how doors work.
Yeah, I guess it is her fault, Karl.
Yeah.
I guess it's all her fault.
I agree. Thank you. She's like the woman who's like locked in her car. She's like, can you help me? I'm locked in my car. Like, are you retarded?
No, I can't help you.
No, I can't. There's no amount of help.
Really?
I would have had to start decades ago.
He was yelling, but according to witnesses, he was heard over here yelling, I'm going to kill you and everyone else in there to her. So,
Nice.
yeah, he's under arrest.
All right, that's good.
Okay. Let's go to Kashibi Navali Medical College, somewhere that I'm not sure where it is. Now, Narhi, I believe this is somewhere in Africa. This is crazy, Karl. We have a baby thrower.
Oh, I thought this was India.
Is this India? Somebody buy me a map. So here's what happened. A 19-year-old unmarried girl gave birth to a baby in the Navali hospital bathroom.
Yes. Yeah, so she got to the right place.
Yeah.
Wrong room.
This
right building, wrong room.
Yes.
She's a fucking idiot.
Man. So she had what we call in the biz a toilet baby.
Yes.
I learned that from Righteous Gemstones.
Yep.
Shit this baby right into the toilet. And instead of flushing, she decided to just throw the baby out the window.
That was the note that I had too. It's like, you could have gotten away with this. You realize that. And then you threw the baby out the window. Everyone's going to be like, hey, where'd this dead baby come from? I guess up there.
I always feel bad when people do stuff like that, especially in like public places, because there was like some unintentioned witnesses that are just walking down the street and a splat.
Well, you probably would think it was like a doll. I mean, a brand new baby and very tiny. You would just think like, oh, it must be a doll or something. And then, there's a whole umbilical cord that goes all the way up to the window.
And then the baby just shoots back up in the air and then comes back down a little bit halfway and shoots back up.
That bungee jumper. The world's youngest bungee jumper. Didn't go well. Wait till you're 18, kids, before you start bungee jumping.
I'm just picturing all the janitors out there on their fucking smoke breaks, just standing there going, I'm not cleaning this up right now.
Yeah, this ain't my problem. Oh God.
Oh God.
Is there a show that lasts more about dead babies than the creep off? I don't think there is.
Is there?
I think we're number one.
Is there anything funnier than these stories sometimes?
I mean, yeah. There's a lot of things funnier.
The accused is currently undergoing treatment at the hospital and police are investigating the case. I mean, I don't know what the defense is here. I mean, even if you thought it was a turd, when was the last time you threw your turd out the window?
That's a good point. Yep, that's a very good point. Also, it says in the article she was pregnant after having a physical relationship. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't assume she was the Virgin Mary. That doesn't happen very often. So yeah, no, I know.
Solid
I know how pregnancy works. Thank you. Thanks for that part of the article.
When they describe it creatively like that, it's probably because they're trying to hide something. This is like her brother's kid.
Oh, interesting.
It could be something like that. It could be like fucked up product of rape situation where the baby was born and she just didn't want it.
So, because I think this happened in India,
conceived in trauma.
I wanted to thank my friend Raj who came to the show. What did I do?
It's right behind you on the thing.
Oh. I am stupid. Raj made these for me and one for Dick. It is like armor.
Hey, dickhead, you're on the creep off.
I know, but it says WATP and it looks like the Coors logo.
Oh.
And I just wanted to thank her for making that and coming all the way.
Good.
I think she lives in England.
This is the second WATP plug on the creep off. How many creep off plugs should I expect on Who Are These Socials this week?
Dude, Who Are These Socials? Thursdays at 6.
Yeah, get them all out.
On the Who Are These Podcasts YouTube channel, also its own RSS feed, wherever you get podcasts.
My new show, The Scum Off, will be on the Shuli Network.
Oh, I got a text from Shuli, by the way. I'll save that for another day. I'll save that conversation for another day. I predicted I would.
You called your shot there, pal.
I called it. Oh my God.
Yeah. A federal judge in Virginia, Carl.
Oh,
this story, did this blow your fucking mind?
Well, yes, because it's in the Daily Mail.
Yep.
It's the longest article I've ever read in my life.
Yep.
And I think that whoever was reporting on this was enjoying it a little bit too much.
Agreed.
You know what I mean? Like this thing just went on and on and on and on. I'm like, is this guy getting his rocks off or something from this?
So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to try to hit the high points on this. A federal judge, right, is fighting for full custody of his two young daughters after his high society ex-wife was arrested at a hotel where she allegedly planned to sexually assault an 8-year-old girl.
Correct.
Eleanor Hunton Hope, she's 45 years old. She's a member of one of Virginia's most prominent families, was snared in an FBI sting last month after messaging an undercover agent explicit and sickening details about what she wanted to do to the child. Oy.
Not good.
The mother of two has been charged with child porn and child sex abuse offenses, is also accused of sending the agent a 30-second video and 3 still images of young minor girls being horrifically sexually abused by men.
That's not something you want to send to the FBI. Not a great move. Plus, they probably already seen it. Guys, like, listen, I've seen
odds are they're the ones who originally disseminated it too.
All right,
there goes our YouTube channel.
Vinnie, there we go.
Her arrest has stunned communities in Charlottesville where she lives. Now, this woman their family's rich as shit. Their families are lawyers. They're a powerhouse bunch of people.
Yeah.
They helped found the city's biggest law firm, known as the Hunton, Andrews, and Kurth. She had previously worked in child advocacy and support organizations and was a volunteer at her Episcopal church.
Of course.
Now, they had been separated. They had joint physical custody of the kids.
Yeah.
It was a messy divorce.
Yep.
So,
because she was like sleeping with all these dudes and bringing dudes home.
she was bringing dudes to their house while they were married, while the kids were home.
Well, so that was the weird part about this story. Because like, what is she supposed to do? Like, that's like, if you
But they
live in
weren't
your house,
separated. This is what caused
she
the
wasn't
separation.
fucking them in front of the children. They act like, oh, it's so terrible. The kids were home. It's like, well,
You're
yeah.
right. These are adult people. She wasn't interested in them.
True. All right, good point. Yeah, she's a fucking weirdo, man. Honestly, this woman sounds like the horniest woman alive, which sounds like it would be a good thing, but it is not a good thing in this case. This woman is horny.
She was fucking around all over town,
Yeah.
basically, is the story.
Yes.
Now, she gets online now. She's 45 years old, and this is boomer, rich boomer, think they can do anything online.
Right.
She goes into a fetish website where users discuss and trade images of child sex abuse. Carl, put the URL up on the screen. I'm just kidding. According to the criminal complaint filed in the U.S. District Court, she allegedly used the screen name Tito Tori and started an email chat with another user. And if I see someone named Tito Tori start popping up in the chats, I'm gonna laugh my ass off.
Yeah.
Could someone please get Jess to say Tito Tori?
Yes. Let's put that. In
That's gonna be the secret word.
That'll be in the thread this week.
Okay.
Although we don't have a vote thread this week, so we'll just have to have an episode thread, I guess.
We'll come up with something to vote on.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Okay. According to the
Who was
filing,
more hungover on the creep off?
we're up. My car's all fucked up, isn't it?
Oh yeah, maybe Jenny Jingles is the creep this week. Vote for Carl if you think Jenny is the creep.
Vote for Vinny if you think Vinny should get the house.
Damn it. I think you just trumped me with that one.
Who is an undercover FBI? So she goes on there, starts talking with another user, FBI informant. She's a DC field officer. And according to the filing, Hope told the agent she was the mother of a child and wanted to chat about, quote, taboo parenting.
That's not parenting.
I don't want to talk about taboos.
That's not parenting.
You know what? I hate the word taboo.
Why is that?
Because it generally, like, they try to, it implies shit that we shouldn't really be doing.
Yeah.
But it's a cute word.
Right. Like Lorenzo Ariolo talking about sucking on his cousin's toes. Like, that's taboo.
It's a little taboo. Like, no.
That's gross.
Can we use the word heinous?
Heinous is a good word.
Can we use heinous parenting?
Yeah.
I want to discuss heinous parenting.
Heinous is a good word. By the way, I just want to get this out of the way because Dayla's been up here for a minute. $2. Chad destroyed his computer with a water bottle. Is that true? Did that really happen? Because that's hilarious if that's true. Did he freak out? I know he was like really drunk on Friday when he was stream sniping MLC, but I haven't seen it.
What a stupid idiot.
He really is.
Stupid idiot.
I mean, Kevin has used the word idiot so many times, but it's appropriate every time.
Okay.
Sorry, keep going.
So she tells the agent she's a single mother, taboo parenting. The undercover officer responded he was the father of a young girl.
Yes.
At which point, Hope directed the agent to a social media app that encrypts messages. I'm guessing probably Telegram or one of those fucking things. Yep. There she used the name Tori for fun. And in a series of messages starting February 23rd, she revealed she lived in Charlottesville. They asked the agent to verify that she was safe, quote, by sending an image of herself holding up her thumb near her breast.
Okay.
The photo shows her lifting up her shirt, exposing her bare breast with her face partially visible.
So I thought you weren't going to do every detail of this story, Vinny.
I just want to point out how a stupid idiot.
She is a fucking idiot. I know.
Well, that's my point.
She was talking to an FBI agent about fucking a child.
Is this you? And you're saying you want to fuck a child? Could you send us a picture of yourself so we know it's real?
Yeah.
Why would you want to verify them and let them know it's real, you idiot?
Yeah, pretty stupid.
So they ended up arresting her at a hotel.
Yes.
Where
she thought this was all going to go down.
Yes, and I lost my spot. What did I do?
I don't know. It's a really long article though. Like I said, it's almost too much.
Yeah, either way, this lady wanted to fuck an 8-year-old girl. She thought she was gonna fuck an 8-year-old girl in a hotel.
Yeah, and she wanted the dad to fuck the 8-year-old girl because she was really into like adults having sex with young girls, which is one of the weirdest. Like,
so she got fucking raped, I bet.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like something bad happened to her because
Yeah.
that's a weird thing to want. That's a very weird thing. I know we talk about pedophiles a lot on here, but women wanting to rape like 8-year-old.
There's something about
Even I think that's gross.
there's something about privilege.
Yeah.
There's something about privilege that does fucking twist some wires in people
Agreed.
and makes
Yes.
them kind of evil.
Yeah, there was that Murdoch case, like that dude.
The loving father whose
Yeah.
family was murdered.
Yeah. No, I mean he killed his son
and his wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, shot him in the fucking head.
Yeah. And probably the housekeeper too.
I forget that part.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah,
but-
people they're like super rich and they're like, I just get away with whatever I want. No, to a point. To a point, OJ.
Yeah.
You
It
can
turns
do whatever
out
you
that
want.
it turns out it's way harder to sex traffic children than you think it is.
Yeah, it is. And the FBI's all over it.
Yeah.
Like that's the fun for them. But I gotta think that this FBI agent
Was
this
like, she's not on the list to get a kid.
they're having way too much
I'm
fun.
kidding, FBI. I'm kidding.
So this will be the world's easiest custody case. I love that. Like the headline of this article is her ex is seeking custody of the children. It's like, yeah, well, no shit. She's facing life in prison.
Mhm.
They're going to
Mhm.
try to give her
Mhm.
life, which is crazy too. That no one gets life for, she didn't even,
There's no way she's going to get life.
no,
She's
she didn't
got
even commit a
enough
crime.
money.
She just wanted to.
Yeah. Well,
And
I
like
mean,
Dick was saying,
hold
the
on,
other
hold
day-
on. Enticement
Well-
of a minor is a crime. And also part of the things in this
She did.
is she was giving the
share.
father some real fucked up advice
Yeah.
on how to get the daughter there.
Yeah.
That was quite terrifying. That was the part I was looking for right there.
Yes, okay.
She was telling the kid, I couldn't find.
Yeah.
She was saying to the dad, well, tell her that she's going to go and have a fun trip
It's gonna be a real
and get
fun
her
trip.
really excited.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then she said, and then put her to sleep, put her to bed, and then we'll go in and rape her as she's waking up because that's the best time to rape children when they're first groggy in the morning. I was like, holy shit, she's really thought this one out. Wow. I mean, a lot of people just give kids whiskey, but she's just like, no, let her have a nice,
Listen,
nice rest.
listen, lady. If we're going to fuck kids, we're doing it on my schedule. All right. So that's the rules. That
Yeah.
was the rules, Toots.
That's where the FBI agent lost the thread a little bit. Whoa.
Well, I guess I'm rooting for the father to get custody, but who knows with the courts these days?
Jesus, that's insane.
You want to go to Mississippi?
Yes, please.
Carl, you ever have a bad roommate?
Yes, I had a terrible roommate. This guy Jesse, I didn't know who he was. My roommate moved to New York to be with his girlfriend, and I needed to get someone to move in with me for 3 months. So it was like over a summer.
Okay.
And this kid I didn't know.
Okay.
I don't know how he found me, but he moved in, and he used to eat pickles out of the jar and just drop pickle juice everywhere, all over the coffee table and floor, and not clean it up. And I was just like, this is like such antisocial behavior, dude. You're just dropping pickle juice all over the fucking place.
I'd rather room with like Hitler
Yeah.
or Kathy Griffin than anybody who drips pickles. All pickle
that's a
juice
tough
over the
one.
house is a fucking
By the way, I'm
non-starter.
wearing my Pickle Carl shirt that I just got from my sister-in-law, Chrissy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
There's
for
like-
making this.
Literally the two things I hate most in this world are on your shirt.
Carl and
incredible.
pickles.
It's incredible.
I get it. Yeah. So anyway, that roommate. So how about you, Vinny? You ever have a shitty roommate?
Not as bad as this 31-year-old in Mississippi, Carl.
Yeah.
He's facing multiple felonies for allegedly setting several people, including himself, on fire.
Wow.
Now, Marcos Uriel, Lara Perez have been charged with 2 counts of capital murder and 3 counts of aggravated assault. According to the press release from the Byron Police Department, officers and fire department personnel responded to a call about a structure fire at 7 p.m. Easter Sunday at a home. When firefighters were extinguishing the flames, they discovered the body of 77-year-old Filberto Torres, and authorities quickly located several individuals outside of the home who were suffering severe burns and were hospitalized. Now, Jose Thomas Segura Juarez, 45, that's right, Tom Segura did this, was flown by helicopter to a trauma center for specialized treatment. He died 2 days later. Okay, he was a victim.
He was a victim. No, Vinny, we're 3 years into the creep off,
Mhm.
and we've been reading these horrific stories every week,
mhm.
multiple times a week now. Does this ever change how you feel about people in general?
I never liked people to begin with.
Yeah. Okay.
That's why I can
Good
do
point.
this show.
Good point. Yeah.
I assume most people are capable of some pretty fucking heinous shit.
You act like you hate Philadelphia, but I think Philadelphia hates you.
Why do you think that?
Oh.
I was invited back.
All right. Fair enough.
They had that sign in the airport.
By
Come
who?
back
The
soon.
Philly fanatic on the airport.
Me and Gritty are gonna go fucking start some shit. Dude, Gritty's, I will say that's the best thing about Philadelphia.
100%.
Gritty is the greatest
100%.
hell monster.
I love that got greenlit somehow. Like you would
You know what? I don't have a hockey team. I've told you this. I might go Flyers now,
Ugh,
just for Gritty.
Come on, man.
Just for Gritty. Would that bother you?
Yes, I hate the Flyers. As a Sabres fan, oh shit! Look at how happy he is. Look at how happy he just got. God damn it!
I was a Flyers fan since way
God
back.
damn
What were
it.
they? The bullies of Broad Street back in the day?
Yeah, Ron Hextall back in the day.
One of my
I
favorites.
think he was the first
all-time
goalie to ever
favorite.
score a goal in the NHL.
Yes, I'm very well aware of that as a lifelong Philadelphia Flyers fan.
You're the worst. You're the worst. The worst.
I'll have the jacket by next Monday.
I know you will.
Fucking Gritty with those fucking crazy eyes and the fucking eyes flip. That's the greatest mascot I've ever seen. It's the greatest
He's
thing.
disturbing. Like he would scare children. That's what you think when you think something's under your bed. That's what you're thinking of in your head when you're a child. It's amazing that they actually went through with that.
Yeah. So let's talk about this monster real quick.
Okay.
In the investigation, they discovered that a man named we said the 31-year-old man threw a bucket of gasoline on all the victims in the kitchen area of the
Jesus.
residence, then ignited the fire using a Bic lighter.
So I'm going to say something, and you might not agree with me, but dying in a house fire actually seems like it wouldn't be too bad because usually when people die, you pass out and then you die from breathing in smoke and you suffocate.
Yeah.
That's usually how, because the
Not
oxygen
this time.
gets sucked up. But when someone pours gasoline on you and then lights you on fire, that's a horrific way to die. That might be, if I had to put together a top 5 list, that one's making it.
And now with our top 5 worst ways to die. It's
Casey
Carl. It's Carl. The cops even said this is honestly horrifying and the worst traumatic event that they had ever seen,
Yeah.
aside from one particular car wreck. That's what one of the cops said.
Yeah, I know. The police chief had to explain this was a horrific scene. No shit, Sherlock! No shit! 7 people were burned alive. Yeah, it's going to be pretty fucking awful. We get it. Ace presents $5. I believe that's Mint. Thank you, Mint. And thank you for everything you do and did for us this past weekend in Philadelphia. It was great to see you.
Love to you both.
Yeah.
Now, this guy allegedly started
Riley,
the fire after he and the victims who all lived at the home got into an argument that escalated. What the argument was about has not been revealed, but this guy is
What
also...
does that matter? Is there an argument that you'd be like, oh, okay, now I get it? Hey, the guy set all of his roommates on fire, including himself. You're like, yeah, but what were they arguing about? I don't care.
That
doesn't
Tom
matter.
Segura guy
I don't know what would justify that.
kept bringing this
behavior.
woman who wouldn't shut up over.
What does he think? Brendan Schaub is funny or something? Like, what's the argument that would justify?
What, it was Josh Potter over again? Just burn the whole fucking place down.
Josh Potter,
Who?
your buddy.
Okay. All right. Let's move on to this one. Let's go to Indianapolis, Carl.
Yes.
A man who dressed as a service worker to trick older women into answering their doors before sexually assaulting them has been sentenced to more than 156 years in prison.
Good.
I like it. Daryl Goodlow pled guilty to 8 felony rape charges in March in connection with the assaults on 8 women from August 2020 to September 2021. Carl, his victims' ages ranged from 58 to 78 years old.
Yes, these were all old women that he was finding out a way to trick them into letting them into their homes, and then he would rape them. This is crazy. This is brutal, and it gets worse.
He goes after the pussy that he shouldn't have to steal.
That was kind of my thought too, but I don't want to be an ageist and I don't want to judge.
Oh, we know
on
you're
that.
not an ageist.
Yeah, that's true.
You're what they call a fetishist.
Oh, stop it.
He also pled guilty to a felony count of killing a domestic animal. Authorities said he killed a small dog belonging to 3 sisters, aged 67, 73, and 74, that he all tied up and raped in the same house at once.
Is he trying to be the evilest guy ever? Like, literally, Vinny, if we had a debate of who's worse between Daryl and Hitler, there'd be a debate. We'd have an argument over it.
Everybody knows the answer is that guy who lived with you that was dripping pickle shit all over the
That's
place.
true. Yeah,
that is the most evil
Jesse.
person.
Jesse sucked.
Jesse, you piece of shit. So he's sentenced to 156
By the way, I should
and a half
mention,
years.
because this guy's been brought up before on the show. I mean, it's a deep pull, but Gavin from Buffalo was
Okay.
my roommate who stuck me with Jesse for 3 months, and I'm still mad at him about that.
That was Gavin?
That was Gavin from Buffalo who did that to me. He was my roommate.
Hmm.
Fucking guy. Anyway, sorry. Move on.
Either way, police say Goodlow acted as a utility or service worker. He knocked on the victims' doors, told them he needed to perform work in their homes or their backyard. Then he'd force his way inside. On multiple occasions, he blindfolded his victims as he sexually assaulted them. You just hide their glasses. They're all old. I don't know. All the crimes took place on the east side of Indianapolis and in the city of Lawrence.
Yeah, what a creep.
All right, last story before we talk about what a creep I am.
All right.
Kent, Washington, Carl. Oof. A man was charged on Friday for stalking homeless women, asking them for sex, and then shooting them multiple times.
Yeah, that's the crazy part about this, is how bad this guy is at killing people with a gun. You would think it would be easy. A homeless woman, you'd think, yeah, I could probably take out a homeless woman with a gun. You know, a deer is tough. They get frightened easily. They run fast. But a homeless woman? I don't know. I like my odds on that one. This fucking guy.
You know, not the most dangerous game.
No, not even close.
Now, on Friday, detectives with the Kent State Police Department arrested 36-year-old James David Joseph at the airport while he was waiting to pick up his friends. He's now charged with 2 counts of first-degree attempted murder. According to the court documents, Algerian allegedly shot 2 homeless women multiple times on the night of April 14th, 2022. Investigators said he lured both victims into darkened areas, allegedly tried to have sex with them, even though there was no indication they were sex workers, and tried shooting them to death. Tried. Detectives say there was a delay in the investigation because they were unable to analyze Algerian's cell phone records. Once investigators obtained new software that would allow them to unlock his phone, they discovered a trove of evidence such as GPS tracking, text messages, and internet searches. You know who the biggest stool pigeon in the fucking world is?
Who's that?
The phone in your pocket.
It's true. It knows what you're up to. It sure does.
These 2 attempted murders happened within 36 minutes of each other.
Yes.
The first shooting, April 14th, started at 11:01 p.m. Officers responded to James St. Park. After someone called 911 saying they heard gunshots, they saw a red car leave the area. When they arrived, they found the victim laying on the ground with a gunshot wound in her chest and back.
Sounds deadly.
Shot her once to the front, once to the back.
Yeah.
She was immediately treated, taken to the hospital. Witnesses told police they heard a loud pop, described what was going on. Red light, red car drove away. Man inside the car had tinted windows, dark rims, and decals. She survived, was later interviewed by the cops. She told police she remembered being picked up by the suspect near a 7-Eleven.
Okay.
She said he had a handgun holstered on his right hip. At one point, the suspect revealed his genitalia to her and asked her for sex. She told police she became disgusted and turned him down.
So, all right.
So he's ugly too.
So if you give it up, then the guy will eventually become a stalker and try to kill you in your home. And then if you don't give it up, they'll try to kill you right there. I'm sorry, Dick. I'm siding on women for some reason here. It just seems like it's a no-win scenario.
Well, here's how she could have outsmarted him. She couldn't have been shot in her home because she didn't have one.
That's a good point. That's right. How do you stalk a homeless person?
There it
Not
is.
that easy, is it?
You're gonna need
Which bridge is she under today? There's no way to know.
You're gonna need one of those Apple tags if you're gonna stalk a homeless woman.
Yeah.
So
point.
after the cops looked through his phone, they the GPS tracking, he had driven home to a home very close by. They say they assume he went to equip himself with another fucking AR-15.
Yeah, you got an AR-15, yeah.
To hunt more homeless women.
Yep.
The second shooting at 11:37 p.m., officers responded to the shooting at the corner of Railroad Street. Someone called 911 saying they found a woman who was laying in the road with multiple gunshots. When they showed up, the victim with at least 1 gunshot wound to the back of her head, 2 gunshot wounds at her buttocks and leg.
You can't kill these people.
He didn't know what end to shoot.
Well, think about it. Remember that?
You can't kill these people.
You can't kill these fucking homeless people. Remember that South Park episode where they're like zombies? Change.
Yes.
This is
yeah,
like,
I was in Philadelphia this weekend.
Yes, exactly. These are like fucking zombies. You can't kill them. They just keep coming back. Like, God damn it, I shot her in the head. What else can I do?
Authorities say they tried interviewing her in June 2022 after she had time to recover from her traumatic injuries, but she could not recall any important details. So, way to go, honey. Now, surveillance videos show the victim approach his car, stick her head inside, and quickly walk away. That's what prosecutors say Algerian allegedly fired 2 shots from his AR-15, both missing her.
Okay.
He then adjusts his aim to fire additional shots, with one hitting her in the leg and the head. As she falls to the ground, the car stops near her lifeless body. Investigators believe this was Algerian attempting to ensure she was dead. Not a good job, dude.
No.
Detectives were able to obtain high-resolution photos of the car and discovered custom lettering on the sidewalls of the 4 tires. The writing appeared to have the words "My Token."
Mhm.
One decal on the car's window read N7, which is associated with Mass Effect, and the other on the rear window was a white Mandalorian sticker.
Oh, he's a Mandalorian fan. No wonder he's pissed off.
I wish
That
I had
actually
that.
makes a lot of sense.
I wish I. No wonder I wish I had that little stinger. Bum, bum, right there. Now, according to court documents, detectives obtained by judicial authority his real-time location data on his phone. They went through his text messages, and there was a conversation the night of the murders.
Dude, if you're ever going to kill homeless people, don't text me. I don't want to be dragged into this. All right.
The conversation starts with a news article reading, Arizona man arrested after 183 frozen animals allegedly found in a freezer, some believed to have been frozen alive. I remember that article. I also had that in my phone.
Of course you did. That's that's all I was thinking about too, is like Vinny shares shit like this with me all the time. This is not good.
According to the court document, the conversation reads as this. If you need target practice, Algarin wrote back, time for murder. Person wrote back, I know nothing. Algarin wrote back, good. That person says, I'm going to bed. Just give me a heads up when you're coming over in the morning. Algarin, when it's early, I'll aim to be ready by 6:30 a.m. Algarin, all right. Algarin, watch my dogs if I don't come back. Algarin, just kick the door down, question mark. Algarin, you know nothing. Algarin, less homeless people.
Now I know something.
Nah,
shouldn't have said that.
I know something.
Shouldn't have said that part.
How about just see it tomorrow morning?
Yeah. Let's just keep me in the dark on this one, huh?
Yep. They showed up at his workplace, seized his phone in his car. The evidence from the phone was not obtained until after police received the new software. They keep bringing this up, that they have this new software that could get past password protected phones.
I know. It's annoying. I don't
The
like that
fuck?
software. I'm not a fan of that software.
He's being held on 2 separate counts of attempted murder in the first degree, with bail set at $1.5 million. Both women survived the attacks, as we said, but the victim, who was shot in the head, has life-changing injuries.
good.
Will permanently affect her life.
Her life should change. She's
Well,
homeless.
she's in the system now. At least she's got a fucking roof.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Life changing is good for her. Hey, I saw an article as we were, you sent me these links and I
Yeah,
read
lay it
through
on
them,
me.
and there was another one that said, you might know about this, but a teacher accused of having threesome with student posts gleeful pic to Instagram after avoiding jail time. And the reason why I picked up on this article is because this Shelly DeFresney, 32 years old, had sex with a 16-year-old boy and Rachel Respis, 24, who's also a teacher at that school. This kid had a threesome with 2 teachers at his school, a 16-year-old kid, after football practice. Holy shit. What a fucking make a movie about. Well, I think I have seen a movie. Now that I think about it. I have seen this
Yeah,
movie.
it wasn't teachers, though. It was just stepmothers.
Yeah,
I don't know how that happened.
happened.
I don't know how that happened.
Holy shit.
Wow,
that is something
Oh, they're not
else.
bad either. Look at those two.
No, they're cute. Of course, they're always cute. Oh my God. I would have a threesome with them if I was 16 years old or
Agreed.
45 or whatever. All right. That's all I have.
You're a pervert, Carl. I have more, Carl. Do you have those videos ready to go?
I do.
Okay.
Okay. You
So
wanna introduce this.
well, let's talk about it before we do it.
All right. So Vinny brought with him to Philadelphia his semenology book.
The book I have right here with me. I brought it with me
Yep.
today.
And now this is a book that teaches you how to make cocktails with male ejaculate.
Now, this man who wrote this, Paul Foodie Fotenhauer,
Is a creep.
yes, he's won the creep off. I won the creep off
Correct.
bringing this man just for his art here. I believe it was Creepy as Chef, because he also has a book for cooking with cum as well. So it went onto the Wheel of Consequences that I had to buy this book and be seen reading in public.
Yes.
Well, last night on my way back to Rochester, I brought this book with me, and I'm going to be honest with you guys. I did not want to be seen reading this in public.
Yeah, no
this
shit.
This was one
I'm
of.
going to be honest with you guys. I don't want to read a book about drinking cum in front of other people. Yeah, no kidding.
I've done a lot of silly, stupid things for this show, and I've laughed it off, and I've had a good time. This one really made me nervous, And I didn't want to do it in a city like Philadelphia that has a reputation of getting you punched in the face.
Sure.
And I was thinking, where can I do this? Where can I do this? And I was like, you know what? Where are people just sitting reading books innocuously?
The airport.
Yeah. So luckily, our pal Tab was flying out around the same time I was last night.
So you and Mad Cucks were hanging out at the
Me
airport?
and Mad Cucks were chilling at the airport, and he
Cool.
decided to help me out. And I sat in this chair that you could see on the screen with the book pointed at people walking in my direction.
Can I show the video?
Well, I'm going to set this up because this video is only like, these are a couple of clips. There's a lot of footage of nothing, but there was 2 women who definitely reacted to this. And I wanted to make sure everybody saw the good stuff.
Okay.
So here's the thing. It's a little quiet because Mad Cucks is filming this on his cell phone. But you will hear the woman say at the end, you have to listen for it.
Okay.
Jesus, did you see that?
Or
she said,
it's exactly what you wanted to have happen.
did you see that? Jesus. But she said it very quietly, and they're talking over the thing. You got to listen for it. Hit it. That guy in the blue hat sees it. He's looking at me. Orange shirt. Did you hear it?
Yep, I sure did.
Jesus.
Nice.
Okay. So that woman definitely saw it.
Dude, what if you had gotten kicked out of the airport? How fucking funny would that have been if you had missed your flight?
That was the last place I wanted to do it to because I knew that was a possibility.
Well, right. I mean, that's the last thing you want to do is get kicked out of an airport.
And I can show you the video. Pilots, stewardesses are walking past me while this is happening. Now, I ended this a little earlier than I wanted to because I was shamed so fucking hard by this old black lady.
Oh,
Karl.
interesting.
She looked through me, through my soul, and made me feel so bad about what I was doing with a glance. Now,
I like that. You know, you're not supposed to judge. Everyone can do whatever. And then you read one little book about drinking cum and cocktails, and everyone gets all upset.
Karl, she looked at me like, white boy needs Jesus, is what it was. And
she's right.
I physically,
she's right.
If you watch the video, I physically react to her when she, just watch it. Go ahead. Click airport 2. Okay. Yeah. She's wearing a light blue shirt. She's coming up in just a second. There she is. She sees that shit. And I just slunked over and immediately was like, oh no.
I gotta watch that again.
I do not know how to define it. That woman physically made me so upset with myself.
Well, she made you as embarrassed as you should be every day.
Is this what shame is?
Yes.
This
is it. That's it right there. You just saw it.
Okay, the third clip is me responding to that immediately because Tab came over laughing his ass off because he saw it.
Okay.
Go ahead. This is me responding.
Look, you're disgusted. That woman's face turns me. I gotta Oh no. Oh no. This is so bad. I can't not laugh. It's the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my life.
I
opened a few people like read it and they all were like, "Oh, they had some of the funniest stuff."
That was my consequence.
That was my consequence. There it is.
I thought you were gonna go to like the stairs from Rocky and the Liberty Bell and a gay bar.
I had asked for people's help in getting around the city to do that.
Yes.
And nobody involved with the show seemed interested in hanging out or being around me.
Yeah, that story checks out.
So I just had to kind of.
You went to the baseball game yesterday?
I did, but I went with a
that?
friend, and I didn't want to bring this into my friend's world. That would have been a wrong decision.
What do you mean? He has to suffer the consequences just like everyone else does.
I did go to the baseball game, and I was reprimanded heavily.
Oh, what happened?
Oh, I got.
You teased
I
us
had
before we started
spoken
the
to.
show. I do not
spoken
know
to.
the story. All right.
Okay, so I'm just gonna put it this way, guys. I was riding pretty loaded all day yesterday.
Okay.
All day long, I was a fucking wreck.
Yeah.
Not gonna get into what was happening, but I was a wreck. And I get to the game.
Were there Manny treats going on by any chance?
Yep.
Okay. People might know what that means.
So I'm at the baseball game, and he's talking. I haven't seen my friend John in 10 years.
Yeah.
This was a ride or die buddy, and we're catching up on so much shit.
Cool.
And I started telling him a story about a cancer kid and a professional wrestler who did something very bad to the cancer kid that I witnessed.
Yeah.
I've told you that story, and
You
I'm
have.
not going to tell you who it is because it'll be a big problem if I start spilling the beans on this one.
Mhm.
And I'm telling him the story, and
You
I'm
would know
going,
the name, that's for sure.
oh, you would. And I'm sitting there telling John the story, and apparently I was using too colorful language. I was sitting there going, and this fucking kid is fucking dying right in front of me. He's melted his fucking face. I sounded like Kevin Brennan.
Are you sitting at the baseball game?
I am
like in the-
standing. Like we just bought standing tickets to wander around.
Okay.
So we were standing at like a bar thing that was facing the field that you could just lean
So
up.
there's people all around you watching
All
the
around me.
game. Yeah.
There is a security guard to the left of me, and apparently a whole lot of kids right in the
Jesus
row.
Christ. You know what this reminds me of? Sebastian Bach, Skid Row singer, ran into like Gary Delabate at like a
Okay.
Mets game.
Okay.
And Gary told the story on the Howard Stern show. But Sebastian Bach's a loud dude. He's the lead singer. He's a vocalist.
Yeah.
And he's like, what the fuck, Gary? What the fuck's going on, bro? And he's like just screaming. And there's like children everywhere. And Gary's like, oh, God, what are you doing? That's
So
what this sounds like you did here.
John and I were looking at each other, and I'm telling him the story. And I'm like, and then this fucking guy, and I mean, there was a lot of swearing.
Yeah.
And I'm tapped on the shoulder, and I turned around, and the security guard is right there. And he's this old guy, and he goes, sir, there are a lot of reasons why you need to stop what you're doing right now.
I love this security guy.
There's a lot of reasons. What he opened with.
Donate to his Venmo. Did you get his Venmo by any chance? I love this guy.
And I looked at him, and I processed what was happening, and I looked forward, and there was a man, this fucking pussy bitch, standing there doing earmuffs over his kid's ears in front of me.
That's hilarious. How bad did you feel?
At a fucking Philadelphia sporting event? I'm the problem?
I actually feel bad for you. That is so embarrassing.
Dude, John was like, and he looked and and the kids, they were there was a bunch of them in a row, but the one dad had the earmuffs over his kid's head.
Imagine if like that's like that kid's hero that you were talking about, that pro wrestler, and the kid's hearing the story. He's just like, oh, is this true, Dad?
Well, he's one of mine.
Yeah, don't listen to the crazy man screaming at his friend.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Dude, that happened. I got lectured. So I was dressed down with a black woman's eyes.
Yep.
She sure showed me. I felt very bad.
Oh, also, we should mention that Nick Ricada took your spot on one of the shows that we did on Saturday night, and you were none too happy about that. Vinny, you had a bad weekend, I feel like.
Thanks for the help with that, by the way.
Yeah, dude, I'm running a show. I don't know what's going on. What do you want me to do?
You're the one who made the schedule.
I know. And I sent it to everyone.
And you didn't go, Nick, what are you still doing out here?
Listen, man, we're all adults, you know?
You know, I talked to him, and I was very nice, but I was very angry for a little while.
Yeah, because you had to listen to Fat Lip Podcast, which is annoying to begin with. And so
I was supposed to be on.
homework.
I was supposed to be on the TDS WATP crossover. I did all my homework.
Which
Patrick
makes
Michael
sense because
and
Vinny
Ash.
has been on a crossover show before. So I
Right.
thought that would make sense. You know,
Right.
Sean, the audio engineer, isn't there. We'll get Vinny on.
So the schedule was the Creep Off Biggest Problem crossover,
Mhm.
the TDS WATP crossover, and then whatever the close was going to be.
Yeah.
Those were the only three parts of the actual show I was supposed to be on.
Right.
I did stand up at the beginning.
Yes.
I come out and do the Creep Off thing, and I was sitting in producer Chris's seat where his computer and everything was.
Yeah.
Nick was sitting next to me.
Right.
So the segment ends, and I'm sitting there and waiting for Nick, and I'm like, I tap him on the shoulder. I'm like, I just kind of was like, hey. And he's like, what? And I go, I believe I said, he says he heard me say, are you supposed to be on this right now?
Mhm.
But I think I said, I don't think you're supposed to be out here right now.
Either way, that's the message is getting
Yeah.
across.
And I would assume that the lawyer probably has better memory than I do of what he
Probably.
thinks I heard. So
Yeah.
whatever. But if that did not process with Nick, and he just turned around and looked the other way
Yeah.
and just kept going with the thing.
Yeah.
And Chris was standing behind me. God bless him, with his great hair and puppy dog eyes.
Yep. He's
Like-
he's just like, what do you want from me, man?
He was just like, Vin, you're in my seat,
Yeah.
man. Like, I gotta be for the segment.
He's got his drops.
And I literally was fucking cucked off of the fucking show. I got fucking cucked off the show.
By the way, I didn't know any of this was going on because I'm, running our theme song and ready to, I got my stuff that I'm doing. So after the show, but he goes up to me and he was not too thrilled about
What did I
that.
say? What were my words?
I don't want to say.
You don't want to say?
I don't want to say. I like Nick. I like hanging out with
I'm
Nick.
fine with
I
Nick.
don't get to see him.
I'm fine. Nick and I
very
are fine.
often.
I understand miscommunications happen, but I said, fucking Nick took my fucking chair.
Yeah.
And your words were, yeah, what happened?
Yeah. Well, listen, man. I just got done with a 3-hour show. By the way, the other thing that Dick was talking about.
What's that?
The other thing that Dick was talking about with Sean last night on the Dick show is it's the show's too long. And I felt that too. And that's on me because I'm the one who put together the whole rundown and put together the whole order of everything. I had an entire Patrick Michael segment we did not even get to.
Yeah.
Because
let's do it right now.
Well, I could. Because literally I look over at Dick after we do the Fat Lap thing.
Yeah.
Because we're in the middle of our TDS WTP crossover. I look over at Dick and I go, you know what it's time to do now? Thinking I'm going to hit the don't tell me you don't like my show drop.
Yeah.
And he goes, biggest problem, audience questions? I'm like, yeah. I was like, yes. You know what? Because it is, we're 3 hours into the show. I'm going to try to do another segment, try to keep people's attention span. They've been here an hour and a half since before. A lot of the people had been there 2.5 hours before the show started. And they're all just sitting there very restless. So it was time to move on. So that's something I learned. Too much. I was prepping all day Friday and Saturday. Because everyone else is just having a good old time. I'm fucking working.
I think
I did too much.
I did the work.
I know.
So it's one of those things where Karl does something that I think is very unique to a lot of people who produce live shows. A lot of people plan during the week.
Yes.
Karl does not.
I do not.
Because Karl wants the freshest content he could get.
That too. Yep.
Especially when he's doing like old clips of Stuttering John. He wants to have the freshest material he could have prepared the day before the event. So everybody has to work on the WATP. So
fuck you.
All right.
I see what you're doing there. I like it to be fresh in my mind. Plus, I had to prep for WATS, which I did from our Airbnb. Work. It's all I ever do.
Yeah.
That's all I ever do, Vinny.
Yeah, the little German ant says work.
I have not eaten anything today. I got to go get some food.
Okay. Well, I was going to do voicemails, but you know what? We're not doing voicemails today.
Oh, yeah, let's save them.
Well, we'll save them for next week.
This
you guys are the
greatest.
greatest.
Been a long episode. Thank you guys for hanging out with us today. And sorry, it wasn't a normal creep up, but I actually think it was pretty fun.
I think this is going to be a banger. We're going to be back on Wednesday. I have invited Tab to join us on a Wednesday morning,
great.
So he might be here with us this week. So do we want to continue? By the way, I guess this is the question I wanted to ask you, Karl. Do we want to continue doing the freebies on Wednesday?
I don't know.
Because I'm thinking maybe once a month we do a freebie as a preview.
That's what I thought we were doing. I didn't realize it. I just wanted to do that one time and see what happened. But let's talk about it after this.
Okay. So if you want to see the bonus episodes, you can support the show on Patreon, backed by and Super. What the fuck is that one? Supercast,
yeah.
Supercast.
Also, you'll be happy to hear this. I got a note from someone on our Patreon, the WATP Patreon, saying, it's been the same shit for 2 years. I'm out of here. And I'm going to go subscribe to Creep Off.
Hey.
Like, all right. Cool.
All right.
Sounds good. Thanks.
Well,
appreciate it.
You get 4 bonus shows a month when you subscribe to this one.
All right. Yeah.
We have a lot of fun over there.
Good
and
stuff.
Hope you will join us. Until next time, it's nice to be important.
It's more important to be nice.
Gia.
It's the Creep Off.